Mindful Speaking here, once again here to share with you some positive insight, some positive messages, and some positivity to help uplift and boost the positivity needed for your day. As you know, my name is Danny Dozy, coach, mentor, and speaker. And today what I truly want to share with you here, right, is something insightful and something powerful and something that can help you to live at a blissful state. So, given the fact with 5G in today's world and the fact that it's already been rolling out and it's going to be implemented, and it's already been implemented now, and it's only going to get worse from here before it gets better, okay? There's detriments to 5G in terms of technology, in terms of radiation, wavelength, all sorts of other stuff. And unfortunately, 5G has the ability to create health issues mentally, physically, and emotionally. Now, unfortunately, right, it's been rolled out and it goes at a high frequency. It's tuned into a high frequency. But on the world within, there is a completely different level of frequency that 5G doesn't even come close to. In fact, when we're talking about 5G outside, there's 5G within, if not higher levels of G, right? And when we're talking about 5G within, or the different energy frequencies that exist within our body, right? If we look into the body and the anatomy of it, most of it is electrical. And our mind and our brain and everything else, from the nervous system to like, you think about it, like, right, for my signal, from my brain signal to move my hand at the fingertip, you gotta think of how fast the speed is moving from my brain all the way to my hand and all the way from my hand up. Like, that's speed that, come on, we have this already. If not, we have higher density levels of it. But however, what I'm talking about now is I'm talking about the 5G, if not further, and the higher frequencies that are within us. And that once we tune into these high frequencies, or we tune into our own levels of existence and true purpose and meaning and being, we have absolutely nothing to be afraid of when it comes to 5G on this planet. In fact, 5G within is so much more stronger, but yeah, and it also too is so much more beneficial, because once we tune into this 5G within, baby, oh my goodness, we're talking about improved self-confidence or self-perception, talking about boosted immune system, better well-being, better mental health, physical health, emotional health, spiritual health as well, and spiritual and enrichment and spiritual connection. When we're talking about these things, 5G on this planet versus 5G and the higher levels of G inside, like the high levels of G will crush any sort of 5G on this planet, or any sort of radiation on this planet. That's why I stay in the highest level of frequency anytime and anywhere possible. However I can, right? Whether that's me being around other people and trying to just put a smile on their face. Some people tell me, oh, you're always talking to people and stuff like that. I'm just always just trying to raise frequency. That's just naturally what I want to do, and that's naturally who I am. And the part of like growing up in terms of experiencing certain things or whatever, still, I've just kind of got used to communication. Now I've got used to communicating on different levels, right? So now what I also want to share here, well, okay, we're talking about this 5G within. Well, how do we access it? Well, my journey always started off with meditation, and I'm always going to talk about meditation. I'm sorry. If you haven't heard meditation enough, I'm going to share it some more, right? So meditation introduced me to a different frequency, okay, even after past self-discovery. Once you kind of have passed this ceiling, then the sky doesn't even exist. It's just ever so expanding, right? And so now, like, once we kind of pass that barrier, that ceiling or whatever, and we meet the expansion of consciousness, we also meet different expansions of frequencies. We understand frequency on the health level, on the emotional level, on a spiritual level. And sometimes we understand that Frequency, radiation, wavelengths is just all energy. And if we can use our energy in the right way to help us to meet a different frequency that is passed beyond the frequency on this planet, then any frequency that exists on this planet cannot touch us in a way that affects us. In fact, our frequency is so high that anything that comes about, circumstance, event, relationships, tragedies, disasters, whatever the case is, right? What happens is that now we're ready for it. We're ready for it on all levels, because you know why? The frequency of this experience outside cannot bring me down from the inside, if that makes sense. And in fact, if anything, we're only just trying to raise the frequency the others experience, or even just trying to raise the frequency of the experience to where we can get it to more of a positive one. That's what I'm talking about. Positivity is forever expanding. And if you can share that positivity with people, and you can share that positivity within yourself, and you're grateful for the things that you have in life, then guess what? That positivity will help also to raise the frequency of this planet. And that's what we're doing. Anyway, if you like the video, give a thumbs up at the bottom, subscribe to the channel, share with family members, friends, and whoever else could use these messages in a positive way. So stay well, stay healthy, stay uplifted, stay encouraging. And the last thing I want to finish with is think well to live well. Danny Dozy, peace.